What is going on, guys? Welcome to this Football Manager 2019 Let's Play series with Borussia Dortmund. We're starting a new career here with one of my favorite teams, a team I have done before in Football Manager on YouTube. Actually, in 2017 and 2014, I've done Borussia Dortmund saves. Looking back on series I've done, teams I've managed in Football Manager on YouTube, was actually one of my most successful and enjoyable ones, and fitting for me to get back into that proper Footy Manager TV style that I had back then, where I will be playing all the games, not playing games off camera, that really true Football Manager Let's Play style I created on this channel, what you got used to seeing, and with no face cam, that kind of stuff as well. Yeah, that proper FM Let's Play. So FM19, this is going to be my big save in terms of that style at least. So I hope you guys will really enjoy this. I want to get back to that style I had back then around FM15, FM16. Probably my most enjoyable time doing Football Manager content, so I want to get back to creating in that style of videos at least, and we're going to be doing that here with Dortmund, and it will be an introduction episode. It'll be like a meeting the team episode. We'll go through the first team and maybe a few other little things as well. So if you could kick off this series with a massive thumbs up, if we could smash 300 likes on this episode today, that will be absolutely crazy, guys. To get this underway would be perfect, really, to get back to this style. So yeah, hope you guys will enjoy it. So we'll get straight into things right now. We're gonna there's obviously a few big players, but what I like to do here, I remember doing these as well, I'm getting this deja vu kind of thing, how I would introduce a new series. We'd load up the squad screen here. We'll go to the squad screen and we'll see the players we have each position. Some players will be a bit more in depth in terms of their importance. In terms of our goalkeepers here, we've got Hit. He'll be the backup keeper, obviously. Big Roman, 27 years of age, should be in his prime. Even though he's a keeper, I think is solid, but there could be better. So maybe a younger keeper could be in our minds in terms of a signing as well. There's a lot. What I liked about Borussia Dortmund, their current squad, is it's a very strong squad, but there's a lot of younger guys in the first team. Like there's a few 19-year-olds in the team actually. So yeah, there's Dan Axel Zagadou. He is French, 19 years of age. He's got a bit of potential there. He's not one of the wonder kids. He hasn't got that wonder kid description though, but he's very, very strong and tall. 196 centimeters. Look at the strength as well. Jumping reach along with that height is going to be excellent. So yeah, work on training him up. He'll be a very, very strong centre back in the future. If we take a look, his career coming from PSG. So yeah, I'm really excited to develop him. He should become a good player. And then Omer Toprak, who's an experienced centre-back, 28 years old. He should be very good. We'll be definitely keeping him in the team. Been at Dortmund a couple seasons now. So yeah, hope we can have some more consistency, from him, which he should, because he's played in Germany his whole career. So yeah, he should have no troubles being a good defender for us. One of those guys that should get the job done week in, week out. But he needs to. That's what I mean. If you take a look at the experience at the back, there's not a lot of it, especially in the central defender positions. So Manuel Akanji, he's a good player. He's a good player, 22 years of age. He's got 4-star potential ability with 3-star current, physically very strong and quick, and he's got very good balance as well, good tackling. So I really like the look of him at 22. That's a kind of centre-back that develops really, really well. That 22-year-old that is one of the best in the team at the back, and yeah, he's still got the potential to develop into. Abdou Diallo, another French lad, 22 years of age. Again, with the physicals. Dortmund seem to always have these players that are really good, physically good, especially. Piszczek, of course, his experience is going to tell, but it's another position we might need to look for a younger guy in at right back, because you look, Hakimi is on loan from Real Madrid. If you look in his contract, there's no real fee to sign him, but he's a type that has great potential as well, pretty solid potential anyway. So who knows? If Real Madrid don't have a future for him, maybe we can keep him on our shortlist. Make the move. And then, of course, Felix Parslag. Yeah, Felix Parslag. He could be that one because he's loaned out at Norwich. Normally, I set like the squad status or the players that are listed and out. That not more just they're out on the loan. We just go to the filters. We go to the filters and sort them out. That's what I meant there. So we'll do that a bit later for players. I just want to go through all players here for a second. And Schmelzer, again, he's kind of a standard player there, pretty experienced left back, but there's a few positions where we might need to look for that young player. Rafael Guerreiro, he could contend to start as well. They're both in that same position. Not too much to be said about those. Jeremy Toljan here, I remember signing him. I think it may have been in a save with Arsenal that I did on YouTube. I definitely, because I remember saying his name a lot. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Unless it could have been that save I did in that would have been 2018 last year, so I don't think so. I remember signing him for someone. It could have been Arsenal. So yeah, he's very, very pacey, got a bit of potential to develop into, but 23, still not going to increase massively. His defensive stats, technically he's not that great, but he's super quick. So you've got to see, how we're going to develop the lad. Axel Witsel, he's one of my favorite players in Football Manager. Always is very, very strong. You don't see him as one of the best players in the world. He's a very, very good player. Yeah, very good player. But when I say that, he's those mentals. If you know how to use him, playing his best role. He's one player I remember signing. I'm just remembering. I remember signing him that FM15 say with Man United as well. Thomas Delaney, I see him as one of these players. He's got some pretty good attributes, but he doesn't strike me as a super amazing player. He's got actually really strong mentals. He is pretty balanced as an overall, but he doesn't strike me as that class player that is going to win you so many games. Even though he's going to be very, very good for you, he's not that big name in the squad, but hopefully he can go under the radar a bit and still play some good football. Sebastian Roda, he's another. We've quite a few of those central midfielders that has got good defensive ability. He's got a problem with injuries and competitive streak. That's why I clicked on the report there. When they got high aggression, like 18, and they've got a competitive streak, that's not a good mixture. Probably going to be sent off a lot to definitely pick up a lot of yellow cards. Something got to be mindful with him. There, Julian Weigl. So not just the defensive players we have in central midfield. We've got some creative ability there. So he's passing, not too amazing, but 14, technique 15. But then his positioning, teamwork, very, very good mental attributes we have in the squad right here. And then Dahoud, I think that is 22 years old. So we've got I mentioned we have a few of those 19-year-olds, and then we've got the next level. These guys that are younger, but they're expected to be first-team performers. And he's exactly that. He's got potential in him, but we can see him playing the first team. Once more, that a more creative type, like technique, first touch, passing, vision, pretty good work rate, composure. I'm liking the players so far quite a bit. So Marius Wolf, 23 years old, and his value in the team there is 14 million. He's an interesting type. These wide midfielders, like right midfielder, midfield right, midfield left. And he's in between. He's in between a more defensive player and a more attacking player. It's hard to put him in between there. You probably have him as a really attacking, maybe wing-back type, not a fullback, defensively not good enough. But then attacking-wise, he's not an amazing finisher. But crossing, dribbling, not too bad. So you probably, he's not going to be a scoring winger. He's going to be one that could get assists. Mario Götze, he's been one of my favourite players. He's a great footballer. Very talented. And definitely going to utilise him. A lot of attacks will come through him. So creative. Him and Shinji Kagawa, those are couple of great attacking midfielders in the team. Shinji Kagawa obviously is a little bit older and experienced, 29. Physically, apart from the agility, is a bit low. His attributes are a bit low. He's either-footed as well. Looks at traits, some very nice traits there. for him as well. So, yeah, very strong attacking midfielders. But this is when we're starting to take a look at some of the more younger attacking guys. This Larsen, Danish lad. You take a look at the transfers. A lot of loans, and he's not even listed. He's not even listed, and he's a rotation. So I think he'll be part of the first team. I probably will not want to get him out for loan. I think he, especially, natural on both wings. He'll play a part this season. And then maybe the most exciting player. He's definitely got that hype around his name. Jadon Sancho. He is going to be so exciting. He's a wonder kid. That, again, one of the wonder kids, if you just missed that because I didn't mention it. Larsen, he is a wonder kid as well. So 2 winger wonder kids in the team. That is so exciting. And his rotation, but there's no loan interest for him, but definitely we don't want to loan him out just to develop him and the other guys as well. But with the hype around Jadon Sancho's name, to develop him in Football Manager, in this series, that will be absolutely so fun to do. Only 18 years of age, but take a look how strong his attributes are for that age. One of the best 18-year-olds in Football Manager in recent years. Andre Schürrle, obviously out on loan. Fulham, we won't be seeing him much on this screen. Like I said, I'll filter that out. Players out on loan. Marco Reus, once more. This is another reason. Dortmund have a few of my favourite players. Some of the more experienced lads, and then some of the younger guys as well. Some of my favourite wonder kids. Some of my favourite wonder kids, and then already made players. Marco Reus, most definitely. To you guys, is it a bit surprising to you that he hasn't moved on from Dortmund, maybe to a bigger club? Because there's always been interest for him, for sure, but he hasn't been as clinical like last couple of years. Had some troubles, hasn't played as much, especially last year specifically. Did not play as many games. So hopefully he won't have that trouble, and he can have no injuries. Most definitely hope he doesn't get injured. He's fairly susceptible to injuries, so we just got to manage him well. We know that in his career recently, picking up some injuries here and there. So we got to be careful with his management. Maybe not playing every single game is important for him to play throughout the season. So Philip is another one that can play striker, attacking midfield. Those is natural position, but can play wide if needed as well. 24 years of age. He's that kind of in-between type though. These players, sometimes I consider if we get an offer in, we can negotiate that a little bit because, he's that in-between. He's not that ready-made player, like the best striker in the team or best attacking midfielder in the team. And he's not young enough anymore to have that potential in him. Well, he's 24. He's not going to, by the end of the season, again, he'll be 25 and he won't have that. He won't be developing much better. You won't see him being so much better than he is that you see currently. So let me know. Because what I want to get from you guys, I want you to leave me some transfer suggestions if you'd want me to make so many in the first season anyway. Players we should ship out as well. And here is the next wonder kid, Christian Pulisic. He is, again, one of my favourites. I'm not even just saying this because I'm starting this say with Dortmund. It's just the fact that a lot of my favourite players have come from Dortmund for whatever reason. I think it's just because I like their style of play and the players they bring through, and I happen to like them. That's how it goes. He's got a lot of talent. Great attributes. Already, like first touch 16 at his age, 19 is great. 17 for the acceleration and agility, both 17s there, and then work rate, quite a few solid attributes there. And at the same time, there's still quite a few that need to be worked on, but that's a good thing with his age. We can do that in his career. And then Paco Alcacer, who is on loan from Barcelona with that optional future fee, 20 million. That's just under what we've got for the budget, so we may want to keep the budget. Like I said, if you want to think about transfers, but I still think we need to judge how he's going to go. We'll get the tactics set up and see if he will flourish under my tactics and all that, my style of play, and if he does, we can consider that. For me, he strikes me obviously not as good at his best, like David Villa. David Villa was one of my favourite strikers, especially in Football Manager at his absolute best. He would smash goals in. Would be always hard to sign him, of course, but if you had him, he would smash in goals. There is no doubt about that. So I'm pretty happy with Paco as our main striker. I'm still going to think, are we going to use 2 strikers, 2 up top, or are we going to use 1? That's still up for discussion. I think we're so strong on the wings, and we got a few of those attacking midfielders. I think we're probably going to utilize that 4 4-2-3-1 kind of style of football. So yeah, that's the team preview. Kind of, we had an introduction, meeting the team, we'll call that, meeting the team, and I want to show you all the leagues I have loaded. Take a look at this. You see, like, my computer performance, alright, estimated game speed looks a bit low, but it's fine, because I've already tested playing like this, and I've just loaded plenty. Some of them were requested ones, or by the game, suggested. So yeah, almost 100k players in the save. So it's going to be a lot. Yeah, I've got a good computer, so it should be able to run fine, regardless what that estimated game speed says. Still runs all right. I'll play highlight mode on extended, so you see a lot of highlights. And again, we'll play in 3D. Obviously, you got good graphics in terms of that. We'll take a bit of a gander into the under 19s as well. What we can do here, if we click on reports, sort by potential, you can see if there's any of these guys that were good. A lot of players, when you start a new save, a lot of them in the under 18s or under 19s will be, you don't even consider. But then there's a few of these guys. Maybe you start at Alexander Isak here. He's actually got one of the highest current abilities, but then he's got the potential ability as well. That won't be too bad. I think that'll be good enough to keep. Anyone else? Well, there's some other guys with the same. If we just take a quick look at them, but their current ability, is not the greatest, so they may not be as good in terms of that. But we're gonna check out Bafanta as well, another French lad. But again, his attributes, I suppose, for 16 don't look too bad if they can grow up. But I think the main point we're getting to, Sergio Gomez is the brightest talent. Obviously, you can see coming from Barcelona, he debuted for the B side before he played a couple games. So he's a very exciting, again, another creative midfield type. Only his physicals, that could be the only thing for his career, because physicals don't develop a lot. You're not going to see like strength become like 14 or 15. So he's still going to have that weak side to his game. So we've got to develop him as much as we can. We'll get the physicals, try and get physicals up as much as he can, but they're not going to develop at a crazy rate. You got to focus on getting his creative side of his game the absolute best. So you can leave your suggestions with a type like Sergio Gomez when you've got a guy with great potential, but then physically he may not be the quickest or strongest or even the fittest as well. So there's all of that to be considered. So guys, I'll leave it on that screen so you can get a gauge. And I talked about your suggestions for signings. Maybe you won't suggest too much. Like I said, Paco Alcacer, we've got 22.44 million there. So we don't have a lot. And if he's got 20 million agreement we could sign him for, maybe we'll save for that. Let me know. Or do we go for the younger players for some types that I mentioned? Maybe a young up and coming keeper, if we can get one that's really, really cheap. See, we'll go out scouting. I like to utilize the scouting in the game, obviously. It's nice to get suggestions from you guys, from my viewers. But I like to, it's the same thing like searching on Google, like, the best football manager players in the game. I don't like to do that exactly. I like to discover them myself. But I'll take in any suggestions you lads have, of course. So just to keep that all in mind. A younger goalkeeper, maybe you keep defenders in mind as well. Maybe not centre-backs. Again, maybe a right-back or a left-back. We'll have to see. Guerrero's only 24, though, so I think he'll be his strongest for a while. But, we went through the squad, so let me know any of these positions we could reinforce with some of those young talents. Going through the first-team squad, I reckon, we've got a strong first team. We've got strong first-team players for the season. We don't need to make that move, that big-money first-team player. So hopefully we don't have any disturbing offers that will switch things up. But anyway, hope you guys will enjoy my content coming back, kind of where it started, where it originated. Back to these Let's Plays, like just doing a career mode essentially. Doing a career with Dortmund. Back to my Football Manager roots, I guess you can say, and we'll get to the season. We'll see if we make transfers, back to playing every single game, apart from the friendlies. You know how I would go through the preseason. I just have the assistant handling that, of course. and then playing every single game so you see everything we do so you don't miss a thing. Hopefully you will enjoy that back on my channel. Back to the Footy Manager TV of old. I'm really excited it's really pumped me up starting this series. So like I said, if you can smash 300 likes on this first episode, you'll be seeing another episode tomorrow, and I'll get to recording this every single day, pushing up to 2 episodes. If that response is absolutely amazing, I'll be grinding this as my main series, and I hope you guys will enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys in the very next episode.